Break dancers and surfers from across the world will be heading to Paris in 2024 to compete in one of the biggest sporting events. These unconventional sports will now be featured in the Paris 2024 Games. In a bid to attract younger audiences and sponsors, performers have welcomed the recognition of their passion on a global stage. Here's a report. This electric art form has cleared a major hurdle. Breaking or breakdancing will now feature in the power-packed calendar of the Paris 2024 Games. Associated with popular hip-hop culture, the artistic movement came up in New York in the 1970s and has since garnered a loyal following globally. Take the case of Logan Edra, otherwise known as Logistics. The 17-year-old's jaw-dropping moves got him a slot on the famous Ellen DeGeneres show as well. And now, breakdancers will be competing in one of the biggest sporting events in the world.
It made me extremely happy, especially for the people who paved the way for my generation, because finally they can get that recognition, and our culture and our communities can get this recognition that I feel we deserve, as another culture and another circle in such a beautiful art form. So yeah, I'm honestly, I've been thinking about, I don't think there's a week that I haven't thought about Olympics for the past year. So it's been really exciting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Everything that is hip hop is folk, and this is true folk art, from the music to the dance to the DJ to the rap and whatever, and to the graffiti writers. It is a folk kind of culture that was born out of something that most people would never expect to survive out of,
Not just breaking, but surfing, skateboarding and sports climbing will also be featured at the Paris Olympics. Through these moves, the International Olympics Committee aims to attract more sponsors and broadcasters, with a special focus on younger audiences. Moreover, under the new IOC rules, Olympic host cities can now handpick more sports and propose them for inclusion if they are popular and will appeal to global audiences.
This was to introduce sports which are in particular popular among the younger generations, and also to take into account the urbanization of sport. And therefore, we were very happy to have these proposals ready from Tokyo 2020 and now from Paris 2024, because they are fully in line with these recommendations and promise to be a great success from all what we can already hear and see from athletes, but also from the federations and the wider public.
While the total athlete quota has been capped to 10,500, there will also be a focus on gender equality at the Paris Games, with exactly 50% men and 50% women athletes at the Games. This is now being viewed as an attempt by the IOC to stay relevant to younger audiences and to appeal to sponsors. According to a 2019 report, there were roughly 1 million competing breakdancers worldwide. These art forms enjoy immense popularity online and rake up millions of views across social media. But for people like Edra, who now aspire for an Olympic gold, their passion is a blend of artistry and athleticism. These art forms and sports have a cult following of their own, and they're not looking to the Olympics for any kind of legitimacy. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.